I was in probably 7th grade, 8th grade, and I'd saved up my money to buy a cross. I mean, I love Jesus, and so this was like in 1974, right? So, but there's this big wooden cross I'd seen. Really, it was about this big on a leather strap. And I know, I wanted it so badly. So I saved up my allowance, and I don't remember if it was TG&Y or what, but went and I got that cross, man, and I wore it to a youth meeting on Wednesday night, or junior high meeting Wednesday night at the church. I was so proud I had my cross on. And so I remember going up the stairs. I turned around, and there was an older man in the church who was down at the bottom of the stairs. He turned around and he just pointed his finger and let me have it for wearing that cross. And that's what them hippies wear. And you can't wear that cross, and that's a sacrilege. And it broke my heart. You know what I mean? It didn't make me godly or righteous. It didn't even make me mad. I just got sad. I thought, am I doing something wrong? But for him, a law was, you can't wear, you're a boy, you can't wear a cross on a strap around your neck. And it confused me. Because I knew I was doing that out of love, and there wasn't anything in the Bible said I couldn't. I thought it was really, I mean, for me, I did it out of my commitment to Christ. But see, that was a lot. But a lot of denominations, a lot of people say, okay, now that you're a Christian, you can't do this anymore. Well, what they're saying is, you shouldn't do that anymore, and there are things that we shouldn't do anymore. See, but again, there's subtle ways that we've grown up with a lot of these. I know when I was a kid, I wore a coat and tie every Sunday to church. And I loved it. I had a little white, I was like 6. I had this little white blazer that Uncle Homer had given me and my brothers, you know, all three, not just one for the 3 of us, but all 3 of us had one.
Each had
And
one.
we each had one. Right. And so, but I dressed up for church. Why? Because the idea was, well, you show your respect for God. And I appreciate that, but honestly, I don't think God is that impressed by what we wear on Sundays. I think the way we show our respect for God is by being kind, and by loving people, and by removing shame and guilt off of people. I mean, that's how we show our respect for God. Jesus didn't say, by this will all men know you're my disciples, by how well you dress when you go to church. By this one thing will all men know that you follow me, by the way you love one another. Yeah. So love then becomes the language of grace. It is the currency of grace. So that's why we say legalism then is the soul with the largest cause of extended spiritual immaturity. Extended spiritual immaturity is immorality too, probably. That probably fits in there. But because it doesn't force people to have an intimate relationship with the Father to find out how to live. Grace does, because grace removes the lines from the road and says, okay, you're on the road, now figure out how to walk. But God has already said, what? There will be a voice behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it.